After a tumultuous journey, a bill that would bar transgender youth from competing in sports will be taken up by the Maine Senate. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brian Yacono.
And I'm Samantha York, in for Amanda Hill. It's one of the many bills aimed at limiting transgender participation in girls' sports. We've been tracking all session long. Our Donovan Lynch joins us live from Augusta. Donovan.
Hi, Brian and Sam. Well, really, this marks the beginning of a new chapter in this conflict between the Mills administration and the White House over whether Title IX, that landmark 1972 civil rights law, protects transgender athletes in their right to compete in girls' sports. Now, tonight, in just moments, the Senate will take up and debate a Republican-sponsored effort that would bar trans athletes from competing in girls' sports. If this measure passed, that would take Maine in line with the Trump administration's stance on Title IX. Of course, it still faces further votes in both chambers. Now, we spoke to some Democrats prior to this Senate session. They said they're standing firm and that they want to make the message clear that this is all about standing up for trans people in opposing this bill. Republicans have long talked about barring trans athletes from women's sports as an issue of women's rights, of protecting women, and they say they don't want this debate to happen in the dark. Take a listen.
We're just calling for increased transparency, making sure that these bills come at a time that we can all have a good discussion about it and make some movement on this. The people of Maine deserve it, and the girls in our state deserve it as well.
We need to make a real statement here that we are standing up for trans people, that we are standing up for their rights, and that there's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with the people that are trying to take away your rights.
And this all comes as that legal battle is playing out between the Trump administration and the Mills administration over interpretations of Title IX. And while we expect Republicans to vote for this measure to bar trans athletes from girls' sports, Democrats, a few notable exceptions, have signaled support for this legislation. But really, it'll all come down to the votes on the floor. Those will be taken in both chambers. In Augusta, Donovan Lynch, News Center, Maine.
Donovan, thank you so much.